G'day guys, Andy Thomas here from Wolf on the Run. Today I'm going to talk to you about a few issues you guys have had regarding your running lights on the Africa Twin. Unless you've got the ones with the LED indicators, you've got the ordinary lenses like myself. There's been cases where people have been pulled out on because they can see the orange lights. I've also got these on my old Honda CB400. The lights actually run orange. And guys have had problems where they've got these orange lights running because they are just on all the time until you indicate, then they go brighter. Cars have looked at you, seen that you've got an orange light and automatically thought you're about to turn left or turn right and pulled out on you. There's been one incident I know where a guy did actually hit the side of the car. A lot of guys have talked about, yeah, they managed to swerve and stop and whatever. But I've come up with a theory and we're going to have a go. Not sure if it'll work, but we'll try it. Alright guys, so this is what I'm talking about. Is you've got your main headlight, but you've got these running lights in orange. Unless you've got spotlights, running lights that you can use daily, hopefully they can see you, which is great. If not, as I say, some of you guys are having issues where a car's looking at you, seeing an orange light, thinking, oh, it's turning, just a quick glimpse, it's turning, an issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to take off one of these lenses. We're going to try and make a mould. I'm going to do it in like a plaster cast, but you can do it in silicone. Take off one of these lenses, try and make a mould and cast it in a clear resin. And then we're going to swap the globes out for LED globes that run white and indicate orange. So let's have a go. Alright, so what I've done is just cut this bit of foil. I'm going to fold it up. Just make it into a little rough box. That will do, mate. That's all you need. Put a bit of tape around if you want to, but I'll mix some plaster up. We'll set that into there, like so, and then push it down, put a bit of weight on the top of it to hold it in. Alright guys, so I've mixed a bit of plaster. I'm just going to pour it into that mould and put the piece on top and go from there. Alright guys, so what I'm going to do with the lens, I'm just going to get some Vaseline and I'm going to coat it over. Just paint it all over it, just so when we do cast onto it the Vaseline doesn't stick, or the lens doesn't stick to it. So just coat it all in. It only needs a very light coating, you don't want to go too mad. Put a nice shine on that. You don't want to go too mad because obviously the thicker it is, that's going to be the imperfections into that mould that you're doing. Alright guys, sorry I skipped a stage, I missed it. But what I did is I pushed that into there, into the wet plaster, and left it in there. I put a bit of weight on it just to hold it down. As you can see, that's all set now. That came out piece of cake, casted the bottom, lovely. And I put these 4 holes in and just rounded them over, just so they can locate the top pieces when we do the top one. But that casted quite good. It's quite smooth. So yeah, we should be okay with that. So that's that bottom part done. I've also cut that little channel in there, which I'm thinking once I get the top half together, that's where I'll pour my resin into to do the casting. But I'm thinking, do I pour it? Do I inject it? Create an airflow? We've got to look at that bit later on. But anyway, that's casted pretty well. On to the top part. Okay guys, I've raised this sides up so we can cast on top. So what I'm going to do is mix some more plaster. Again, inside this time with the Vaseline. Stick it back in there. And then we cast the top part. As I say, I put those 4 holes in and rounded them over for when we cast this part. It'll be like a locating pin. This time we're also going to Vaseline all around the top of this mould, inside here, around everywhere, because we don't want these two halves to stick together. We want to be able to break them open. Okay guys, so that's gone off. I'm skipping a few processes, sorry, I'm really sorry. It's just that I'm backwards and forwards doing other stuff and working, and now that's gone off. Obviously it's not, you don't go off in seconds, so I've had to leave it, come back to it and come again, and I keep forgetting where I was. I've just watched through the video and thought, missed off on it. But anyway, I've casted that. Now we're going to take this apart. And try and lever these two halves open. There we go. Take that part off of there. So let's give us the top part. So we've got the top and the bottom. As I say, these locators, what I mentioned, when we put it back together, they'll be nice and lined up solid. Alright, so again, I've cut that so the two, when they go together, locate, and we can pour through there. So that's the next step. We'll put this band on. I'm going to, before I pour, I will coat everything with Vaseline, but I'll come back here on that one. Alright guys, so what I did, I've made my own mould. I bought some 2-part silicone. I made a mould from the original white light, and then I've used a resin, 2-part resin, to cast it. And as you can see, there's my clear one. Still a little bit tacky. I've just done my second one for the other side. I'm really pleased. There's a couple of air bubbles in there, but I'm really pleased at the way they came out. As I say, let's show you them on the bike up against the white. Alright guys, so your standard orange indicator lens, there's a screw at the back there. You just need a Phillips screwdriver, insert into that hole, and then just undo the screw, and that will pop off, exposing that. I've took the globe out, which is a standard globe. It's what they're known as a stop and tail, but we use them for running lights and indicators. Normally they're for backlights, so you've got a running light in backlights and you've got a brake light. It's called a stop and tail. But these are the globes that we've got. They're LEDs, same thing. You can see with the pins, they're offset pins. One side's higher than the other. So there's a certain way those go in. And these are amber and white. And those will obviously run in white and indicating orange or amber. Alright guys, they're a little bit fiddly, but they will only go in one way. So line them up with the slots, push and then turn, no, push and then turn, and then lock in. I'll turn the ignition on and I'll show you that that's now running in white, but then when I indicate, it indicates in orange. But as you can see, it's what they call hyper flashing. So we're going to install the resistors in the back of the bike. We don't need to put them on the front here. The bulbs in the back, or the globes in the back, are just standard normal globes, but because we put an LED, that hyper blinks. So we have to put a resistor between the neutral and the live, which resists the power down to blink it slower and to regulation. So that's the, as you can see, running light in white, indicating orange. So as you can see guys, that affects the back as well. That's a standard globe in there, but it does hyperblink the back. So I'm going to show you how to disconnect that. Alright guys, so I know you all know how to take your seat off, obviously with a key. The terminal bolts under there to take off your back seat, slide that out, open that, that exposes that. And if you look inside here, there's a 3 set plugs. Now the orange one is your left hand indicator and the blue one is your right hand indicator. So what you got to do is we've got to splice into those wires to put the resistor between them, which will stop the hyper blinking. So there you go, I pulled out that 3-set plug. As you can see, there's an orange, a white and a blue. The orange one is this indicator I just showed you, the blue one is the other side, and I think that white one is the stop and tail for your brake light. I'm not 100% sure, but I haven't messed with that one. I just know that this is, I'll put that on, I'll disconnect it. So put the indicator on, flash it away, just pop the tab, pull that. The relay's going, but the globes have stopped. When you can see that there, the globes have stopped. If I just put you back on, if I plug you back in, there you go. Again, pop it out, stops. There we go. So what we're going to do is on that white wires here, we need to scotch clip between this, which is the live and the neutral. We need to scotch clip a resistor. So this is the resistor. It's a 50 watt resistor. I mean, some of them are 25, but we're going to supply the 50 watts. They're a bit bigger. We need to mount them somewhere, and you need to mount them on some aluminium or something. Don't put them on the plastic because they do get hot. So we'll need to mount them somewhere. Probably up there out the way, something like that. One that side and one that side, or two together there. We'll find a place for them in a minute. But I'll show you how these work, how they go on. So these are the scotch clips. As you can see, the wire goes straight through one side, but on the other side it's blanked off. So we'll put that wire through there, and then when we clamp it up with the pliers, it'll seal down, cut into it, and do a connection on that. Alright, let's do that. So first off, it's that way. So I push the wire. I'm gonna bring you over the top so you can see. Alright, so there we go. So that goes through there. You can strip some wire back if you want to, but you don't need to really. Let's just open that up a bit. That through there, and then any side of the resistor, it doesn't matter, just expose that, bend that over a little bit, push that into there, make sure that's right down. A little bit fiddly. I've pulled that blade out, as you can see. Alright, there we go. So that clips onto there like that. Put that back in. So that goes on the outside. The resistor goes into there. We get the pliers. Make sure that's right in. Crimp that up. That then should have cut through that wire. Join that one, fix that one, cut through there. We then lock that over. And then we do the same again to the other side. Slide that through the wire. These are bloody tight.
Right, there we go. That one's on. Again, just do a bit of folding over. I'm just going to bend that over a little bit. Push that into there. Again, pliers, crimp it up, goes in, there's a connection, lock it on, and then we put that back into its socket. Make sure we get the right way around. Yeah. So that's now connected between the positive and the negative of that running light, that indicator. Alright guys, so yeah, that's one done. I'm now going to do the same to the blue one. I'm going to put the resistor in, and then I'll show you that we're going to fix them down here somewhere to, as I said to you, they do get hot because they're transferring current between a live and a neutral, but that's what they're for. Okay guys, there you go. I've pushed all that back. I've fixed these down with a couple of, well, one in each, just a self-tapping screw into the aluminium. They're nice and solid. As I say, you can't put them on the plastic because they do get hot. You want to put them on metal, or if you're going to put them on there, put them on a piece of cement sheet or something that's going to take the heat so it don't melt your plastic, because if you've got your hazards on, they do get warm. Obviously when you're indicating, you know, you're only on for like 20-30 seconds sometimes, so that's about it. But you can mount them to the aluminium, yeah, rivet them. I've put a couple of self-tappers in, glue them down, whatever you want. Just be careful with the glue, as I say, because of the heat. They'll be effective. Alright guys, so there they are. I've not put the lenses on yet. I'll show you the lens in a sec. It's exactly the same as the orange one's, just clear. But there you go. So the running light's in white. You'll have no one pull out on you anymore through having a quick glimpse, thinking, oh, you're indicating. It's a white light, it's going to be through a white lens, not orange. So yeah, I know that's why we've gone through this, because I've heard a few guys have had that problem where the running lights obviously are running in orange. Cars are taking a quick glimpse, thinking you're indicating, not realising, and pulling out on you, and bang, a couple of swerves, a couple of misses. But there you go, extra running lights in white. Yeah, before I show you the lens, I'll just show you the hazards. Back to front, where are they? There we go. Orange. Beautiful. Look at that. Hazards off. White running lights. There we go guys. Now I'll show you the lens. As you can see, I haven't drilled into there yet to put the screw in because it's still a little bit damp. I'm going to wait for that to harden off a little bit. But that's the clear run, as you can see. Let's turn the lights on. Where are we? There you go. You can see that's a fair bit of, it's a little bit glazed inside, but it does the job. And then we put the indicator on. There you go, back to orange. Now I think that is a perfect scenario to overcome. You know what I mean? It's like that side's turned off, that side stayed on. They know you're indicating that way now, rather than having two orange lights on. Let's turn that off. Back to white. There you go guys. Alright guys, so there we go. I've put a piece of cement sheet underneath. I've screwed it down to one of these little holes here, look. One of the mounts. I've screwed it down to there. And I've put a piece of cement sheet underneath there, which is fire retardant, heat proof. And then I've just screwed these down to that. Pushed all that back down. And there we go. All the cables, obviously, it's heat resistant wire, so you don't matter about those touching, so you're good. So there we go. Try to put the seat back on. And actually you can charge your wife or your pillion for heating the seat up and keeping their butt warm. There you go. There you go guys, fantastic. As I say, I'll put a link down below. Also I'm going to start listing them on eBay. If anybody wants to know, they will be on eBay Australia. The price I'm not 100% sure yet as I do this video, but I'm looking probably around about the $100 mark plus postage. That will give you the two lens covers, the two globes,
the 2 resistors and the 4 clips to connect it all together, plus a set of instructions of how to do it. I've only got Africa Twin lenses, I've not got for any other bike. So yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks for watching, guys. See you later.